How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I'm your host, FaZe Crypto. Today, we'll be discussing HoloChain. I think that it's important to talk about blockchain and all the different innovations that blockchain can provide, but I think that talking about HoloChain really does add an extra dimension to the conversation about blockchain because it sort of allows us to expand further and look at exactly how the evolution of cryptocurrency will be taking place. And I think that HoloChain is a pretty fine example of when we want to talk about peer-to-peer, and of course the conversation about the decentralized debate that essentially is always looming. Background when people discuss the different Achilles heels that are potentially facing Bitcoin, and this ultimately does boil down to the various different weaknesses that Bitcoin sort of is poised to have to eventually overcome. The question of true decentralization is one that's a looming concept, and it's a hot topic in the debate that's always constantly, perpetually, really going back and forth, and will never ultimately be solved until we're either too late and we've come through the whole entire adoption cycle, and then we find out when we're on the other end that essentially the entire concept of decentralization has been hijacked, or we'll see different technologies. And HoloChain, I would say, is an example of future of the internet that does look more bright than, I would say, the sort of dystopian vision of sort of quasi-centralized crypto adoption where cash is now digitalized, but it's way more, sort of a situation where a Libra, or sort of like a Facebook coin becomes the most popular, becomes the leading crypto, God forbid. And I would say that if we were down to the wire and we had to make a real decision, I'd say that something like HoloChain is going to be able to capitalize on a lot of the different issues. So I want to read this little thing right here. So this week, Dev Pulse is the first since a brief hiatus that we took after our reset, though an unbroken run of 63 weeks. The team, reasonable for Dev Pulse, created the first regular dependable voice for the organization, and the thing happening inside it, though we've heard much, you've missed the institution of all things HoloChain, HoloDev. We hope that some of the exciting updates below will help make it all feel worth it. We're especially thrilled to report HoloChain is now fast enough to support 500 nodes operating simultaneously on one HApp. This feels like a harbinger of more to come in the very near term. We want to give a shout out to all the incredible community organizers who are rapidly growing an ecosystem of next level HoloChain devs. We're truly going to see some great things. So of course the highlights are integration efforts since reset, HoloChain deep performance work and 5,000 nodes. Community hosts bigger dev camp yet. Developer community collaboration calls, HoloChain host preparing for next round of alpha testing, HoloChain featured in Rust and Blockchain newsletter. And integration efforts since in HoloChain deep performance work. We'll be getting into those, but community hosts, bigger, of course. It is interesting to see just how HoloChain has been coming right along and making a lot of different developments. I like this tweet right here. It was in response to Pomp really hyping up the Bitcoin recently crossing the $10,000 mark. Long HoloChain, short the blockchain. Dynamic supply, low volatility, ready for corporate dollars, asset-backed, fastest crypto on the planet, will replace Ethereum and smart contracts. New standard for crypto, high security, innovation. Very interesting. Definitely something that I'm keeping an eye on. Double time. So we've got right here Bitcoin futures, premium double, institutions poised for upheaval. Definitely interesting, and we will continue to pay close attention to what we see happening with Bitcoin in the near future while we watch a lot of these different variables really coming together. Now, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Just sort of a quick update on HoloChain. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Of course, remember to subscribe and comment down below, letting us know what you think about the different events that we see happening in the cryptocurrency space. Certainly, there are many exciting things that are on the horizon. And I would say, to sum it all up, of course, remember, I'm not your dad, but HoloChain, I would say, is more a wiser vision of what we can expect. When we really talk about institutional adoption. Blockchain is all fine and good, but we do have to take into consideration the looming potential that something like Bitcoin could go MySpace mode. The nature of technology is that the Model T was not the end-all be-all of automobiles. The fact of the matter is that we're constant. Facebook was not the end-all be-all. The nature of these things is that they have their run, and there's a very looming idea that there could just be another technology that comes to replace it. Now, I'm still a Bitcoin fan. I'm not going to sit here and bash Bitcoin, but it is a point. It is a sort of a concept that keeps me up at night. How long do we have? How long until something better comes along? When is Bitcoin going to remain a store of value due to the limited supply, or would it actually be able to? When it comes down to the wire, and we talk about actual performances and decisions that are going to need to be made, what's going to happen? So I'll leave you with that question, and maybe answers in the comments down below. Also, let us know what country you guys are watching from. We had some people from Sweden, some people from Denmark, and it's always interesting to see where you guys are watching from. So all that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. See you guys next one. Have a good one.